We had technical difficulties. I don't know what you guys missed and what you guys were here for, so my bad. Shout out to Pookie Rory. Love you. Schnookums. Why is no one here? That's just rude. I'm kidding. Can you tell I'm incredibly nervous? Because I am. But is it even public? I don't know. It's public. Okay, cool. Let me just go into YouTube Studio. Can you still hear me? I don't know. I still can't see chat. Oh, Pookie. Hello? I just heard myself. What was that? No, turn it off. Please turn it off. No, stop. Chris just like called me and I didn't even hear him. I just heard the video in the background. What was the purpose of the call, may I ask? I love stickers. I love stickers so much. Wait, I was still trying to get chat. He's calling me again, I'm scared. Hello? Put off the volume. I'm gonna hang up if I can still hear myself in the next 10 seconds. You can hear me like... That was funny. Can you actually hear me though on the thing?
Yeah.
Can you turn it off? Please, I'm begging you. Not only is it annoying, it's bad for the people watching. The 2 people watching.
And the delay is so funny though, I can't lie.
I love there's only 2 people. It's fine. Am I very nervous? Yes.
Jeez, can't you have like a co-host?
I can, but I think you have to have like over 50 subscribers or something.
I wasn't offering.
Who is supposed to co-host with me? Didi's busy.
Oh, never mind.
I don't have any other YouTuber friends, which is very depressing.
Okay, enjoy.
Are you gonna leave me now?
No, I'm just gonna watch a woman end the call.
Wow, that's mean, but thank you.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you more. Bye. Yeah, I win. I want to know who the other person is. I know one of them is Chris, but who's the other person? Also can't see chat because they could be talking to me and I have absolutely no idea. To this day, the way YouTube works scares me. It's just strange. There's 3 people. I'm scared. Why is it not opening? It's not opening. That's just amazing. Why can't I open my own live? That's just rude. Oh, got it. What's low-key funny? Deirdre. She Shut up, guys. It's not my fault. YouTube says there's something wrong. Who are my top fans? That is the question. Didi. Wait, I'm just so confused. Wait. Ah! You're my top fan, twin. Love you. I should probably be actually online and not on my phone checking my messages. Just put that on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Wait, now I can't see chat. Frick. Okay, I'll put it in the corner. I hate that I can see myself. Didi, show us your grandma's cat. Please do. So how is everybody? No one's gonna answer my question? Cool, thank you. I'm waiting, Didi. I don't expect it from you, Chris, but I expect Didi to answer. Oh wow, okay. As I said that, Chris answered. I'm okay. The power went out for an unreasonable amount of time, but it's fine. I don't know what happened. Like, I was just sitting, minding my business, editing. Also, there are 2 videos in the making right now. I swear I've not abandoned YouTube in the new year once again, but just sitting doing my deadly dawn thing, and it went out for like 2 hours. So that was fun. I want to know how good the audio is. I've never gone live. What do I talk about? Guys, want to see my mittens? They're so silly. Wait. Do you guys like my mittens? It's anti-skin picking mittens, aka just mittens that I had and then cut off the thumb because I still, being the Gen Zer that I am, I still want to be able to scroll on my phone. So, but yeah, because it's gone so bad. So now I just, if I'm in a skin picking mood, yeah. Wait, what happened? No, Didi. That's get Google Photos, please, and then like save all your footage onto Google Photos. Why am I still wearing the mittens? And then it won't disappear. I'm sure you can recover, like if you go into CapCut, you can recover projects. Why is there a bug on my screen? Oh, that's not fun. We're still waiting for you to post a video today. Go sleep, Bookaloo. Dang, what? Hi! I don't know what to. I feel so bad because I'm like, I want to go live. I really do, but I'm like, what do I talk about? Hello. Do we talk about my book chat? Do we talk about books? Do we? I think we shall. Chris, I'm sorry. Hi. Oh my gosh! Yay! Wait. Okay, let me get a couple books. Word. I apologize in advance. This is going to be the reading wrap up that I'm always. Oh, there's another person. Hi! Oh, hello. This is going to be the reading wrap up that I'm always too lazy to film. So, yeah. Because I don't know what else to talk about. I'm gonna be real. Chris being like, no, please not. Wow, you don't like my interests? You don't want to hear me yapping about books? Didi wants me to yap about books, don't you, Didi? Didi, confirm that statement. Didi, confirm the statement. Didi. That's rude. Yay, Didi. Betrayal. I wish I could do like the Twitch thing. Oh. I'm so used to when I see my reflection, it's like obviously my hat. Well, this isn't a reflection, obviously, but like it's weird to like raise my hand and see it on this side on the screen. I know I sound stupid, I'm sorry. Anyway. Some of these I read in vlogs already, so you might know my opinions. This one I'm not gonna review because I'm busy with a reading vlog. So that's gonna be in that. Same for another one that's over there, so that's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna go off of this pile. This is in no like actual order. Can't wait to see you either, twin again. Wait, let me actually change the title of this poor live stream so that people don't click on it thinking it's a just chatting video and then it turns out to be a book video. Wait. It will be fun, chat. It will be fun. No, Didi. What happened? Lock in, did I? How do I edit a live? Can you talk? Never gone live. I should have just originally said this is what I'm going to do, is talk about books. I would have been so less stressed. I'm locked into it. Good. Okay, it feels weird knowing that Didi, if it was just a bunch of random people, I'd be fine. But now talking about books, knowing Didi and Chris, I'm just like... Okay, first we got Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I think this is a very anticipated... Well, not anticipated. This came out in like... When did this come out? Chat, when did this come out? Oh, 2022, I think. In my opinion, I know you're going to take the book from me. I know, this is actually such a gorgeous cover. I feel like thriller covers, there we go, are so stinking ugly half the time. Like, I like this one, and then... I'll be back, guys. Ugh. My like wheel keeps going onto my slipper, so it just stops me. I'm so confused. Anyway, I love this cover. She's like, without the text. Sorry, I'm like reading chat, trying to read chat and also trying to focus. Pretty cover. Like, if you just look at it, it's fine, I guess, but if you really look at the art and stuff and you've read the book and you know the atmosphere, this is really pretty. I didn't like this book that much though. I did like the vibes. It's giving very toned down Stranger Things. That's the best way I can explain it. There's like, I don't want to say without the supernatural version because it's like speculated in the book, but I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't that good. I like the idea, but the plot twist was so incredibly predictable. It's not even funny, and it was so underwhelming. But I liked the beginning, and it was definitely eerie. I definitely want to like. Should I, when I'm done, should I tier rank Righty Sega books on scary level? I think I will. This is me when me when I want to yap. Yeah. I don't know why I'm just embarrassing myself, guys. Then we have this one, the pretty cover we were talking about earlier. It's like red and black, but like an outline. Oh, I'm still confusing myself. An outline of this house. This is. Oh, I didn't even say what this. This one is about this family that went to this mansion. Like they bought this old house with like kind of eerie history, I guess. Oh wait, Dee Dee's leaving. Nar. Oh wait, I love how he said nar as someone else in the chat said nar. That's so funny. Okay, bye. Love you. Oh, Dee Dee, no. The one person who listens to me up about books. Don't leave me. Anyway, this one is about this family that buys this mansion that has like a really eerie history. And not even a month into living there, they just flee. I don't know, like you just. Is my brain short circuiting? Yes. Okay. Lock in. They leave and they take nothing. They literally just get in the car and go. They don't take anything. And they then go to the police and say the house is haunted. And that the daughter has been like seeing ghosts and stuff, and like at first they didn't believe her, but like then they start seeing stuff as well, so and weird stuff started happening. So you're reading parts of the book. Oh yeah, her dad ends up writing a book about it, and it gets really famous, and they all get really famous, and the daughter can't remember anything. She just knows they are now famous, and it's like taken over her life, and she's not happy with it, and she's kind of upset with her parents because she doesn't believe them and believe that's what actually happened. So she ends up going back to the house to try and figure out what actually happened. So you're reading that and then parts of the book itself. And yeah, obviously it has supernatural elements, which is usually not my thing. I usually hate that with every fiber of my being, but it's fine. But this was eerie. This actually low-key got me. If you know the ending, the glasses in the moonlight, that's all I'm gonna say. That got me. Also, my sister's out of the shower and I know she can hear me. That's fun. The issue is my brain is now thinking that I'm just filming and that this is going to be edited later, and it's really not, but it's fun. It's fun. Okay, next we got Survive the Night, also by Righty Sega. This is like, I think this is the first Righty Sega book that I bought, and it's one of the last ones that I read because I saw really bad reviews about it. Apparently it's like his worst book, and it's one of those books where it's like obviously like a female character written by a male, if that makes sense. So a lot of people didn't like this. It was also in third person, which I feel like ruined it. I feel like, oh, not really. There's part of the plot you wouldn't be able to like and understand as well if it was in first person, but like I just didn't like that. I listened to all of it in audiobook in one day. I love the atmosphere. There were like a lot of Nirvana references, which I loved, of course, but yeah, it was not it, but it's okay. Then, oh, I don't have my copy with me right now, but that's the thing that kind of got me back into my reading phase, is I read The Housemaid. I finished it because I started reading it in like March. So that's fun. And then like I DNF'd it because I was like, I don't want to spoil this book, but I feel like very few people are going to read Colleen Hoover after everything, but the whole like rich people in a fancy house with someone walking there just immediately reminded me of Verity. And I kind of, if you know the Verity of the the ending of Verity, not that exact ending, but I had the right person in mind. Like, oh, it was this person in Verity, so why do I feel like it's going to be this person in The Housemaid? And surprise, surprise, It was. Well, I mean, I feel like the ending of Verity is like it's not official. It's kind of left to the imagination because of like if you read the book, there's a letter at the end that kind of changes everything. Oh, that's kind of a spoiler. I'm so sorry, but it changes basically everything that you thought you knew because you really think the book wraps up, and it's not like the whole thing. Like the book's wrapping up. Why does it have 100 pages left? Like no, you have 20 pages left, and you read this letter, and it completely changes everything. Oh, I love that book so much. Why did Colin Hoover have to be here? She is. Ah! But it's fine. So in my head, I pictured the person who I originally thought it was the first time reading Verity. I don't know. I just immediately I was like, this one. Turns out it was. So I kind of guessed the plot, or like not what was going on, but the right person, and knowing like you seem suspicious. So did not enjoy the first one that much, but the atmosphere was really nice, and I can't wait to watch the movie. The movie's gonna be bust. And then I read The Housemaid's Secret. There's 3 books. Technically, is it a trilogy if there's a novella? Surely not. I don't know. Anyway, but there's 3 official books, and then there's a book for between these 2. It's like Miley's wedding, basically. I don't think that's really a spoiler unless I say who it's with, but it's Miley's wedding. And a bunch of weird stuff apparently goes on there. I do not plan on reading it, but yeah, this one, the plot twist really got me because again, I was like, there's 200 pages left. Why? What's going on? But yeah, the plot twist really got me. This one, I just didn't like the atmosphere. I was talking about this with Chris because he's read the entire series, except he didn't finish this one. I just told him the ending. This one's atmosphere just wasn't it, except for like the last that bit of the book where it's in a different place, but I don't know. I just couldn't picture it properly in my head. So yeah, but that was still really good. And then I didn't see the point in finishing it. I'm gonna be real. Well, actually, I don't know. If you're in a like basically inhaling books type of mood, then sure, finish it. But if you're not, don't try. Also, I feel like this book is such. What are your thoughts of books being made into movies? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel like, again, it can be such a hit or miss. Some can be so good. And then some can be good as a movie, but it doesn't have the same feeling as the book. I feel like, what's the last movie I watched about a book? I rewatched It Ends With Us a while back. And yeah, again, I felt like that was a decent movie, but it didn't have the same feeling as the book. I'm trying to think. The Hunger Games, though, that's the one that I feel like really did the books justice. I feel like I got the same feeling out of the movies as that I got out of, not really the books, because I've only read the first one, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know. If it's done correctly, yes. I feel like To All the Boys I Loved Before is also a really good example. Like, I've never read the book, but I feel like whether you've read the book or not, you can tell it's a really good movie. Like, the vibes, it's very much a romance movie. It just has a good vibe. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so I don't know. It really depends. I just don't agree with the people that are like, oh, the movie was so bad. It like ruined the books to me. I'm like, how can a movie ruin the books? Genuinely, like if you love a book, like as much as I hate Colleen Hoover now, I loved It Ends With Us. It's the book that got me into reading. As much as I didn't like the movie, it didn't ruin the book for me. I don't know. I really want to watch Regretting You as well, but like I don't want to support Colleen Hoover, so it's like. But I want to see McKenna in that role really badly. I love McKenna. McKenna, please come back out with music. I'm begging you. I know you're not watching, but please. I need new McKenna music ASAP. So bad. It's not even funny. But yeah, now that I think of it, I don't think I've watched a lot of movies that were books. Or like I probably have, but not where I've read the book first, or I'm a fan of the book, and then it was turned into a movie, if that makes sense. Like we have The Housemaid, It Ends With Us. I feel like there's a lot of books on my shelf that are being turned into movies, but I just can't think of them right now. Obviously, Twilight is movies, but I read the movies first. I still haven't read the books. I feel like all of the Stephen King movies are really good, but again, haven't read the books. I don't know. I hate when people ask me a question and then I can't answer it because I feel so bad. But I don't mind them, honestly. That was I yapping about that for like 10 minutes? Probably. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch the Housemaid movie. I'm really excited to watch the Housemaid movie. And apparently the second one is also confirmed. So it would be great if they can do the whole. Is it a trilogy? I don't know. But it would be great if they can do the whole trilogy. I feel like the third one, especially, as I was saying, this book is very much a hit or miss. Like, I wouldn't say I loved it, but I loved the atmosphere, like the setting. I think out of all three books, this one is my favorite. I don't know why. I really liked the like neighborhood setting, which is weird because this book has the same thing going. And I did not like this book. But again, I liked the setting of this and like the eeriness, but I didn't like plot that much. Oh, I did. Okay, I'll talk about this book in a sec. This is too confusing. But yeah, the atmosphere of this one, like the neighborhood, was really nice. It wasn't that eerie, but it was a good environment. That's the thing about Freedom McFadden. Her books are not eerie at all, in my opinion. Like there's some that there's like a split second where I'm like, ooh, this is eerie, but it's not. It feels like you're just reading a very juicy book with dark themes, very dark themes. Wait. Oh, It Ends With Us. Do you like the ending of It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover? I think the ending, it depends. If you mean like, does the It Starts With Us ending count? Like the end, It Ends With Us universe, or just the ending of the book? Because I personally loved the ending of the book. I thought it was really, really nice. Also, to be fair, again, it was the first book I read in a really long time. Like before that, I only read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So, yeah, I really like the book. But again, I feel like if I were to read it now for the first time, maybe I would have a different opinion. I don't know. But yeah, I did like the ending. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that book in so long, like that properly. I love the ending. I loved It Starts With Us as well, actually. I feel like so many people hated it, and I feel like I can see why, but at the same time, you Lily goes through so much, bro. It was so nice. And you get so attached to her. And Atlas, I got so attached to Atlas. So like getting there, not really happy ending. Or like, yeah, a happy ending basically. Or just a bit of a happier book. Very slightly though. Obviously it ends with, I mean, It Starts With Us still has very dark. The stuff from the first book still goes on into that book. Fun fact, the first time I read the book, I skipped all of the journal entries to Ellen. So I knew nothing about Atlas. I skipped all of that because I was too lazy. I just read the book and not the journal entries. You know how different this book would have been for me? I was still Team Atlas the whole time. Well, not really, but like when he was introduced, I was like, but yeah. The question is Crystal here? I feel like he wouldn't sit here that long watching me yap about books. If he is, proposal. Anyway, but yeah, didn't like the plot twist. Wasn't a fan of the story, but loved the atmosphere. And then this one that I was talking about earlier, this is basically about this boy and his. It's basically about the whole neighborhood on some level, where how do I read it so long ago, so like I don't know how to explain it. Basically, him and his best friend live next door to each other, if I'm remembering correctly. Wait, I just got a warning, but it went away. I don't know what that was. If the stream randomly ends, I'm sorry. I think they live next door to each other, and then one night they have a sleepover in what's his name? Ethan's backyard? Yeah, Ethan's backyard, the main character here. And the next morning, Ethan wakes up, the tent has a slash in it, and Billy, his best friend, is gone. And it's It doesn't say on the back how many years later, but it's a bunch of years later. Ethan is back at the house. He has like insomnia. The first like part of the book you read in his perspective, it's like him waking up in the middle of the night to, I think, a bad dream or something. And it's just him like staring out the window into the neighborhood cul-de-sac and then seeing something in the shadows. And the whole time I was reading that, I was picturing that eerie music from Stranger Things. Like, I don't know. This book had so much potential. But it's okay. Also, the fact that Chris hasn't responded to my comment makes me realize he's not here, but it's okay. It's understandable. Huh? I'm so confused. Anyway. Is my chat still working? Okay, next. This is the books that I've read in the last like couple of months. I don't really know. But again, they're not in order and stuff. Next, this is the one Freedom McFadden book that personally gave me an eerie feeling, and that is The Intruder, which I feel like I've heard no one positively talk about this book. And to me, like, I love her writing. Like, Freedom McFadden's writing is so good, but I'm not a huge fan of any of her books. And this one is like, this is my child. I look want to reread this at some point. Like, I read it a month or two ago, but like, it was so good. Basically, this is about a girl. I think her name's Cassie. And she's in the middle of the woods. And she has like a kind of a bad past, but she doesn't really talk about what happened. We just know she was fired from her job for a not so good reason, but we don't know what that reason is. And yeah, she's in this cabin. She's kind of off the grid. I don't think she has a cell phone. I might be wrong. I don't think she does. And there's a big storm coming, and just as the storm hits, she sees like a random figure outside her window. And when you read about that part, it's something just dropped. That gave me a heart attack. As you're reading that scene, it's like really eerie for a second, and then it goes away, but it was still really good. And then you also read in this perspective of a girl. You don't know who she is. Like, you kind of start to piece it together eventually, but you don't know who this is. You're just reading this little girl's perspective of her like going to school and kind of being in a not so good situation at home. So yeah, definitely check up on like possible trigger warnings and stuff with that one though. Because yeah, this one I feel like has very dark topics. All of them have dark topics, but this one just hit a little different. I feel like this one was really dark. But yeah, this was really good. Yeah, the ending was a bit strange though. Like, it felt very rom-com-y. I don't know. Anyway. Next we have Ward D. Now this I read again. I picked this up in the middle of the year and then DNF'd it. I couldn't. I don't know why. I feel like this is one of her more hyped books. I couldn't. I don't know. It's just not my thing. This one was a bit more outlandish. I feel like this is one of her more like bit crazier, like stereotypical horror or thriller type movies, if that makes sense. Was not a fan, but it's okay. It's about this girl that goes to a psychiatric hospital, I think, and she knows she's only training though. She's not actually a doctor yet. It's just like part of her training or something, and turns out her childhood best friend's there. And then you read while she's there, and then her childhood and what happened with her and this best friend, why they're not like in contact anymore. I don't know why, it just did not hit, but I think it's because I read like 200 pages of it in a reading slump and I just couldn't get out of that reading slump. So next is Never Lie. This is a tragic story, I feel like. I thought I saw a spoiler for this book, and the whole time I was reading, I'm like, oh, I don't want to read this. I know the ending. Turns out I didn't. I saw the like what everyone thinks the ending is, but it's obviously not because it's Freedom McFadden. That's what she does. So that was very disappointing. Or not disappointing, but like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I thought it was this, but it turned out to be this. It was like, oh, the whole time I was judging through this book, I was wrong, and it still doesn't feel worth it. But not negative though. I did really. I feel like again, if I hadn't seen that spoiler, and I'd read this at a different time, I would have loved this. I really like the setting. It's about this married couple who are looking for a house, like their first house to buy, and they go to see this house kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they end up getting trapped because it's a snowstorm. And I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, and it's an old psychiatrist's house, and there's tapes and stuff in the house that the girl ends up finding and listening and figuring out a bunch of secrets and stuff. So yeah, this is also again one of her more hyped ones. Is everyone getting sick of me talking about books? Because it's okay if you are. I would completely understand. Oh, is that a new one? I don't know if that's a new one or if that's just been there. But it says, what genre do you read the most or mostly? Thriller. Like, I would love to read, like, have a wider variety of the type of books I read. Well, not the type of books, but the authors I read. There we go. I'm a very picky reader. Anything can send me into a reading slump. My attention span is terrible. So I'm so scared to try new authors. I'm terrified. So if I find someone like Frida McFadden who, yeah, the books might not be like actually scary, but it's really easy to read, I stick with that because I'm like, I don't want to try something new. But yeah, mostly like thriller. I want to read more horror. Okay. Anyone that knows me in real life is going to be like, what are you talking about? But I have not watched that much horror movies, which is insane because I love horror, but I watch a lot of horror gaming, I realized, but I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I love them, and I've watched a couple of like classics, and I've watched those like filler horrors here and there, but I've never like truly deep dived into horrors. Where was I going with this? My ADHD meds are wearing off. So yeah, I would love to read more horror because I feel like I understand the difference between thrillers and horrors, but at the same time I don't. And like everyone was saying, this Righty Sega book. Oh, my books just fell. No. What was I saying? Not all. Everyone was saying this Righty Sega book is very close to being a horror, and I don't understand the difference between like this and Lock Every Door. Like this one has darker elements, but is it that much darker to have it almost be a completely different genre? Like I just don't understand it. I need to do more research on what's the difference between horror and thrillers because I don't understand. But yeah, mainly horror. I mean, mainly thrillers. I do have a lot of romance on my shelf, but I realize romance is really not for me. Like I can read it every now and then, but I don't think I can be a consistent romance reader. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I just can't. I get bored because it's just like with thrillers, obviously, it can be like repetitive if I don't know, but with romance, it's just like next level repetitive. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, romance is not my thing. As much as I do have romance on my shelf and romance that needs to be read, it's not my favorite. But every now and then it is definitely fun. And then the one genre I do not like to read is fantasy. It's weird because it's such a cool genre, but I just get so bored. Again, I get bored. My attention span just can't. So yeah, that is quite unfortunate. But I do have the Twilight series. And then I have the Shadow Me series, but that's dystopian. So yeah, and I still need I've started the Shadow Me series in 2023. It's 2026 and I'm still not done. I'm on book I don't know if you count the novellas. I'm on Defy Me. I'm like halfway through Defy Me. So, and then I still have 2 novellas and the last book. And then there's obviously Watch Me, but that's not like, you don't have to read that. I don't think that's like, what's his name? In Adam's brother's perspective. That dude. It's, I think as an adult. Him as an adult. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mainly stick with thrillers and I don't read consistently either. That's the thing. I inhale books for like a month or 2 out of the year and then I stop. I don't know why, it just doesn't hit the same. that's why I was like so inconsistent as well in November. Because like I had motivation to film, but at the same time I was like, I just want to read. I think I read so many books in November. Wait. Let me check my Goodreads. I do in fact have the hiccups, we don't talk about it. I have read, load please, and thank you. I read The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, The Housemaid Who's Watching, The Intruder, War D, The Crash, Survive the Night, Never Lie. I also read Nothing Better Than You, which is it a novella? I don't know. It's like 30 pages for the first kiss scene in Better Than the Movies, which is my favorite romance. The only romance I like. I read that. And then The Paris Apartment I only read in December. So I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I read 9 books in November. That's crazy. I think that's the most I read in a month. I didn't even realize. Wow, that's cool. Just trying to get my chat going again. Oh, there's a whole settings. Blocked words. Wow, that's cool. Me figuring out how YouTube Live works. Anyway, then I read The Crash by Frida McFadden, which I went into this knowing this is like one of Frida McFadden's very hated books. It's like this, The Housemaid is Watching, I think The Tenant, I don't really know, but this is like one of the most hated and lowest rated books, especially for one of her newer books. This came out in, can you check in the book where the book came out, when the book came out? Can you? I don't know. It came out last year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was not that good. It was like misery if it wasn't eerie or scary. Yeah, and I kind of guessed this as well. This also, even though I guessed this didn't feel like it was going to have a plot twist. It didn't feel like there was anything to figure out, which was strange. It was just kind of like, this is happening. Yeah. And obviously there is a plot twist, but like it didn't feel like we were walking towards anything. And when it happened, it wasn't like, oh, or anything. It was just like, okay. I still read it. I guess, enjoyed it. And then the last one is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. This is me trying to branch out with authors. I heard people liking this. Wait, I still have tea. Oh, it's cold. I'm not drinking that. I heard a lot of people comparing this to Lock Every Door, which is one of my favorite thrillers of all time, by Reddy Sega. I just don't have my copy right now. Chris has my copy. But yeah. Obviously the very fancy, living in a very fancy apartment, and then the plot twists are similar, but also not really. Like if you've read both, you know what I'm talking about, but if you've read this and you're going into Lock Every Door, it is not the same at all for the actual plot twist. If you've read both, you'll know what I mean, but don't expect one of the other. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't enjoy this that much. It was good. I loved the writing. After reading a lot of Frida McFadden, reading something that's a bit more, not poetic or anything crazy, but a bit more like intricate was really nice. I love the writing style. It's not something I can see myself consistently reading. I would go into a reading slump, but I love the writing style. But yeah, and I feel like the atmosphere wasn't really it. I like the idea of an eerie apartment, but I just didn't feel eerie. Also, I wasn't a fan of all the like French Paris talk. I don't know. What was I expecting? It says The Paris Apartment, but like, I don't know. I loved this book originally, but now I'm like, did I? I did. I definitely did. Also, it's the first book where I gave in and broke the spine. I've decided now that I don't care if I break the spines of thrillers. It's only with pretty romance books that I mind. Yeah, that is everything I read since like November, I think. I don't know. Now I'm out of things to talk about. Now I'm stressed again. Ask me questions, guys. Very meaningful, important questions. And by that I mean, I was trying to think of something funny, but that did not happen. What is your favorite thus far? Out of the books, I'm assuming? Just confirm though that I don't like go off on the books and then you're like, no, something else. Why does my voice keep cracking? Oh, and also like favorite out of all the books I've ever read or the ones I've read recently. Okay, books. I just wanted to make sure. Wait, which one are my favorites? I like this one. I love this one. Okay, I'm just gonna go with my recent favorite books and my favorite books of all time because, like, why not? Wait. Oh. Merlin Painter books on my floating shelf. Have you ever tried editing your videos with iMovie? Yes. Again, this is going to be a whole rant in of itself. I dreamt about doing YouTube. That sounds so cringy, but I dreamt about doing YouTube since I was like 9. And I would make my own little videos because my parents wouldn't allow me to post. So I just make them and just keep them. And they would be like doll videos, like playing with Barbies. I wish I still had it. It would be so funny to watch now. Because I was using such an American accent and for some reason it was so good. So I would love to see those now. But yeah, I did edit with iMovies and depending on what editing you're doing, it's not bad. Like it's pretty good considering it's free. I just wasn't a fan of like the fact if you just want to do basic text, you have to do green screen. Or I don't know, for basic like chopping your videos, it's good. It doesn't lag, or at least in my experience. There's no ads. Okay, I haven't used it in a really long time, so I actually don't know. It's not bad, but when you want to do more, I feel like creatively with editing, it's not the, it makes it, you can probably, but it makes it a bit harder. I actually even don't know if you can, like keyframe. Can you even do keyframe on iMovies? I have no idea. I should probably re-download it and check. I'm not out of breath, you are. But yeah, and I edit on CapCut now, which I always like highly recommended CapCut, and I still do, but like it was so amazing for like 2023 when it was like this not advanced editing app, but a pretty good editing app, free, no ads. And then like what 2025 or 2024 hit. Then it like the whole premium thing, the crazy amount of ads, the fact that you can't save anything anymore if you don't have premium without it being in like really bad quality. I have Pro now because my dad also edits stuff, so he like pays for it, just his account then as well, but then I use it. And I feel like if you're a YouTuber and you're looking for editing software, I haven't used a lot and I'm scared to use the more professional ones. CapCut is a good way to go if you're willing to pay the premium situation, because I feel like I've never done desktop without premium, but I feel like it would be a pain. I've only done mobile because when I still had TikTok and when I do like YouTube shorts and stuff, I prefer to edit it on my phone because I feel like it's easier than having to do it on my laptop, get it back on my phone. And it was such a pain. Like, but yeah, CapCut desktop with premium is what I use right now, and I do enjoy it pretty well. I mean, I do want to try Final Cut Pro at some point, but it's like, how much is Final Cut Pro, chat? How much is Final Cut Pro at this very moment? Final Cut Pro. It's 6,000 rand. That's insane. I mean, for a good editing app, it's understandable, but like, oh. But yeah, I don't want to like buy that and then it's like, it's okay, but it's everything that I can do on CapCut. when it's an app that I, first of all, I'm already comfortable with. And obviously you do have to pay the subscription, but it's like, I don't know, I'm just scared because it's a lot of money at once, if that makes sense. Sorry, I went on such a side tangent, but yeah. I'm trying to think of a good editing app that doesn't have ads and that doesn't require a premium version for it to be decent, and I feel like that is probably iMovie. But again, it's not. Your options of what you can do is very limited, I feel like. I don't know. I actually, now that you said that, I want to like download iMovies again and try and see how far I can get. Okay, but favorite books. One of them I do not have with me. It's Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. It was the first Riley Sager book I read. One of the first thrillers I read, I believe. Like, before that, I had read The Silent Patient and Verity, which they're both really good books, but like, I don't know, that one just hit different. So yeah, I don't have that copy right now, but that is one of them. And then my baby. I love this book. Oh yeah, I have like a little card in here that Chris gave me. Cute. I forgot about that. I love this book so much. Like, as someone who doesn't like romance books, it's not that I don't like them, it's just I get bored. This was so good. Like, I didn't fly through it or anything, but I don't know, it's just, I don't want to say it felt like To All the Boys I've Loved It Before, because it's not plot-wise. Well, kind of, but also not really. But the like really like good romance movie / book feeling you get from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I got with this book. This was just so sweet, and like the fact that she's like, what? I feel like I'm gonna say I think Lynn Pate is 60, and then she's like in her 50s, and I'm gonna feel so bad. But she's like an older lady, and the fact that she writes Gen Z or like teenagers so accurately, like, I don't know, just the way teenagers interact, I feel like she wrote very accurately, at least in my experience. I loved the banter. Reading this like before I got into a relationship for the first time, and then reading it after I was in my first or I still am, but after being in a relationship, hits so different because this book reminds me so much of me and Chris. Like, not their personalities or the storyline at all, but their banter. It's so good. So good. Oh, I've been like very slowly rereading this book. Like, you can kind of tell by the tabs up to where I've read. But I like reread it, then I stop, then I continue. I don't know. But yeah, very good, very cute little romance book. Very no! I made Chris a bookmark and it's still in this book. Crap. I have to give that back. Very cute. It felt a lot like a Taylor Swift song. I'm not a huge Swiftie, but like Paper Rings is the vibe of this book. Like, I love this book. There's so much books on my bed that I haven't spent. I'm talking to myself at this point. I don't know what I'm saying. Next, I keep forgetting like I need to put on this side where I'm not actually trying to figure out whether I look less terrible. I feel like here the lighting is a bit better. I don't know. Next is Nothing Like the Movies by also Lynn Painter. This is the sequel to Better Than the Movies. Do not expect the same thing though. These books are very different. This one was all cute and amazing and perfect, and this one made me bawl my eyes out. This one like was so sad. This is basically about after like Liz and Wes go to college and they, spoiler alert, it's not in that book, but it's kind of a spoiler to this one. Cover your ears. I don't know. They break up. And this book is about Wes trying to get Liz back. And I read a lot of it is in Wes's point of view, which I'm really happy about because Liz's point of view is a bit painful to read in this book because she's not cutesy little Liz anymore. Little Liz. Yeah, little Liz. She's not little Liz anymore. She's she's definitely different. I don't hate her in this book, but she's not the Liz from Better Than the Movies anymore. But reading from Wes's perspective was just like painful, but in a good way. I don't know. Someone describing emotion so well in a romance book was just comforting. And like I'm going through a very different situation compared to Wes. Like his dad passed away in this book. Again, spoiler, my bad. But yeah, very different situations going on. But the way he just describes going through a lot, and then especially I somewhat annotated here, but as you can see, I annotated a lot, but I really appreciated the way he described like going through something and like obviously still it hurts and it's a very sad situation, but like kind of overcoming it. And then everyone treating it like it's this motivational thing for other people, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I need to find the quote, but I don't know. As someone who struggles with mental health, I'm cringing at myself so bad right now talking about my mental health, but I don't know. The whole thing of like, when you come out on the other side, people expect it to be like this life lesson that sucked, but you'll always be grateful for or something. I don't know. I'm describing it horribly, but I love this book so much. And just the way he talked about depression and stuff just hit a little bit close to home. Then next, the one I talked about earlier, The Intruder by Freedom McFadden. This one wasn't even that great or anything. It's just like, I read this in like almost one sitting. I don't know. This was just really fun. And the plot twist really got me. I thought I knew what was going on and I really didn't. What a break. I've been yapping so much. I don't think I've consistently talked for an hour. Like my throat hurts. I hope you didn't hear the like me chugging the water. Okay, next is The Only One Left by Already Sega. Now this one, I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, it hits, but like it also, I don't know how to explain it. It hits, but it doesn't. I don't know. I read this in a reading vlog that's coming up, so I actually don't want to talk about this one right now. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't. I'm so happy only 5 people are watching this right now. Can you tell my energy's running out and my meds are wearing off? I'm not going to talk about that one right now just because I'm filming a reading vlog right now. And I read that book in the reading vlog and gave like a bit of a more in-depth review on the book, I guess. Yeah. Does anyone have any more questions? Because I don't know what to talk about. I've yapped about my books. I have nothing going on in my life that's interesting, unfortunately. Wait, where's Chris? Let me just respond to Chris. It's my bad. I haven't like responded to him in a hot second. My bad. It's hot. Goodness gracious. No more chat. I'm not go, guys. How do you end a live without sounding mean? Hi! Wait, why are you back? Where did you go? Why did you leave? That's so mean. Do you not want to hear me yap for an hour? Hello. Wait, sorry, my do not disturb is off. What did you delete? Please text me. He deleted a bunch of messages. I'm curious. But yeah, I might go. It's been an hour. That's insane. The fact that I was so nervous, I'm gonna look back and be like, why was I so cringe? Why did I talk so much? Why was I so annoying? But yeah, I think I might go. It is almost 9. I need to like wind down and calm down. But I really, really enjoyed this. Like, I'm happy I did it again. Because I streamed like a while back with a friend, and then I streamed back in like 2023. So that's why I go. And that was very short-lived. But yeah, I definitely love to do this more, especially when I'm not consistent when it comes to like actually filming vlogs and editing. I would love to do this just to like catch up and yap about random things that I don't feel like editing. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have an amazing night wherever you are. I feel like most of the people here right now are probably South African, but go get sleep, get rest. Hope you guys, tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, you can go follow me on Instagram. My username is in the description and any of my other socials. And then go follow my second channel as well. Oh, that's a random thing I can talk about. Wait, basically, I have 3 channels. Okay, I had a bunch of channels at one point. I had like a dedicated shorts and dedicated live channel and a dedicated this, like, it was so unnecessary. But now I have 3 channels. I have my now main channel, my now second channel, and I have a podcast channel. Now, the podcast channel is just kind of there. That's me trying to manifest, not really having a podcast, but like having a yap. If I want to talk about a very specific topic that's like kind of unedited, I'll post it on there. But that's MooPod. So if you want to go subscribe to that, you can. The link is like, or not the link, but I'll put the link in the description when I'm done with this. So if you're watching this after I streamed, it'll be in the description. But yeah, it's just MooPod. It has like 7 subscribers or something. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna post. I might not post on there for a couple of years. I might never post that. Who knows? But yeah, I have that channel, and then I have another channel. I think it's just my Pretorius now. That was originally supposed to be my main channel because originally I was just supposed to be like not a normal YouTuber, but like gaming and whatever. But then I turned into a lifestyle influencer. Well, as of right now, who knows, that could change. But yeah, so the main channel is just kind of there. I occasionally post. I post like TikToks on there. Stuff that doesn't really match like lifestyle content goes on there. Occasional videos, occasional like gaming videos with my friends. Nothing really serious. It's a lot more of a second channel than it is like a main channel. So bye. Sorry, I only saw that now my chat was closed. But yeah, so that is now my second channel, by the way. You can go subscribe to that as well. It's just my Pretorius. That's more of my like my spam account now than my actual main channel. And then this is now my main channel. But yeah, so go subscribe to that as well in case I go live on there. I don't think I will, but in case, you never know. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a good night's rest. I'm quite tired. I haven't consistently talked this much. Probably in years, I feel like. I don't know. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Stay safe. Go drink water. I know out of all people I'm saying that, but go drink water. Go eat. And I love you guys so much. Bye. How do you end a stream? I sound like such a boomer. Anyway, bye.